All right, we have another trailer review coming. This time, Trusin and I are looking at Jump Ship. We've been anticipating this for a while.
Astro-Nots, a space-bound team, navigating galaxies from our PC screens, exploring new worlds and cosmic sights. Join our crew and enjoy the flight.
When did you figure this one out, Trusin?
I think you figured this one out, right?
I told you.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I looked at it and I was like, oh yeah, that looks like it's in our wheelhouse. But there's really not a whole lot of information on this one.
Yeah.
They've been kind of quiet. We got one trailer and then a couple of like
Discord
short
messages.
videos showing off some of their tech, like I think storms and fire and whatnot. So
let's see what we got. So let's try to take this apart as much as we can. Really extract the information.
Let's go.
Whoa! A lot going on. Okay, I saw a spacewalk in there real quick.
Yeah, I saw a spacewalk. I saw them walking on the hull of the ship.
Yep.
And I saw them in the ship, and a lot of them out of the ship.
Yes.
So that's okay.
There's a lot of movement going on here. It's a good name for the...
Hi, I'm Philip Kolianos from Keepsake Games,
All right.
and this is
Look at this
Jump
flying we
Ship,
got here.
a mission-based co-op
Ooh.
PvE space adventure.
It
In
looks like a
Jump
walking
Ship,
turret.
teamwork is crucial. Mount turrets,
He looks injured.
tackle
Yes, yeah.
emergencies,
Go back
and
to that.
ensure
That's a DBNO, down but not out. So
Right. And it's almost like they need to drag him. They're like, we'll just drag you. You shoot.
this guy got shot through, but
Man, that's
he's doing
interesting
great.
though. Like you don't see that very often, where you're like laying on the ground shooting things. You know.
Yeah. That's one of those like last ditch, like from Left 4 Dead, you get to shoot things when you're on the ground. So
Look at that massive turret behind them.
Wow.
It looks like some console with a big red button, and we like big red buttons.
we like big red buttons, yeah.
All right.
So they're gonna help a down teammate. So we know that that's gonna occur.
Is that guy dual wielding, or what's he doing with his other hand?
It's hard
right
to
there?
check in the motion there.
Yeah, look, maybe he's just holding one gun, but I don't know what he's doing with his other hand over there. Interesting. All right.
Yeah. So
mount turrets, tackle emergencies, and ensure your
turrets.
ship's
Oh,
integrity. to
fire
go-
extinguisher. to
Okay,
repair
let's
the
look
ship.
at this power grid.
Oh, look at this is the stuff you like, of course.
Multi-turret MKO. Place plug on colored squares to activate. So it looks like you have a grid, and you can slot different things into the grid to direct power to it. That's fascinating.
It's like a fun mini game looking thing. It's it's not really like
Look
realistic,
at
but
this
it's
main
fun.
reactor generator. Looks like it's got either a power level or a health level.
Yeah.
Can't necessarily read what that says.
All right, you're fascinated. I lost you to this now.
Yeah, yeah.
We have engineering.
My question is, why are you pointing a gun at the power grid,
Maybe it's
sir?
a repair gun or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's got
those
14
look like bullets. Yeah,
And it's got infinite reload. It looks like
Put the weapon down.
you wear a fabricator that makes bullets.
Complete missions and reap the rewards.
Those
Well, Jump
rewards
Ship is
might have been
best-
upgrades for the ship.
All right, we got drones flying around shooting at what looks to be the players.
This is one thing I've seen is that a lot of the enemies in this game seem to be robotic type, like drones and
we know
lots
that's
of
a
them.
lot easier to do animations for and whatnot.
yes.
So I don't blame them.
I'm okay with that though. Shooting ugly
Enjoy
robots and
development.
bugs is always a
Well,
surefire thing.
I don't feel so bad shooting robots as I do shooting bugs. Like,
I know.
I always think about the bugs, and I'm like, they were just minding their business, and we show up.
They had a
messing up
family.
Yeah, and that bug was like, going home to his kids. Well, robots, okay,
Yeah.
I'll blow up a robot. I don't feel bad.
No problem. You're not sentient.
I really don't feel bad about blowing up bugs either, especially if they look ugly.
Yeah, ugly bugs now.
Solo players are welcome too.
Okay.
Each
It looks
mission
sad
in
though.
Jump Ship demands 13.
If you're playing this game solo, I'm just going to throw this out there. You're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Like-
Message us
Yeah.
We'll help you out.
Join the crew.
Yes. and enjoy the flight.
Jump to
This is
risky
beautiful.
sectors with high risk power.
Yeah. Now, so what do you think? So the pilot, you think this is the pilot's point of view?
Yes, this obviously, like from actually playing Void Crew, this has to be the pilot third-person point of view, and you could see little white outlines, which it's almost like they took another note from
there's
Void Crew.
people in there.
Yes,
Those are the people.
You could see them walking around. So this is a really active, maneuverable ship with people on board.
Yeah, and so I would imagine these guys down here are like,
They're doing stuff.
doing something inside or putting out fires and, rerouting power.
Yeah, and the other guy at the front of the ship is moral support for the for the pilot.
Right.
You can do it, man.
He's like, you're doing great. Doing great.
But this environment's beautiful.
Yeah,
I saw this. I was like, nice.
The scenes are really nice. And I believe what they said, it's narrative driven. So it's like, it's not open world. It's not going to be a sandbox. It's going to be you're traveling through these levels or these zones, which, that gives them more control over what you see and do as a player, which I think is what contributes to these really nice areas like this.
Exactly.
Because if it was a sandbox, it's kind of like, well, you have to stumble upon this area to find it, and so
if it's channeled, it kind of reminds me of like old school Star Fox. Like, they had an objective for you to get to. This is way more free flight, but you're still trying to get through something, That's what it seems like.
Yeah, he's pushing through. Push through, guys. You can do it. I'm rooting for these guys now. I'm like, yeah.
Reward will take a safer route.
Ooh, grappling hook.
Okay.
I'm with that.
Yeah, that's different, right? In space, how does that work? I feel like if you shot a grappling hook, you would
go backwards. Well, it's a game. I'll allow it.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
Components for your ship, unique repairs, or perhaps
Oh,
damn, dude!
This looks like you're flying through an asteroid belt. Like, what do they call that when asteroid? Like it's not a. Is it a storm? Like an asteroid?
I know what you're talking about.
It's got to be.
We
should know this. We're astronauts.
We're not astronauts. Chaotic asteroid belt. Probably.
Yeah, but it looks like there's some giant ones, some that are on fire. Like this looks fun. And what are these guys doing out on the hull? Don't they know they should be inside right now?
Yeah, this is totally magnetic boot territory. Like they got to keep gravity going somehow. So I'm with that too.
And again, always with the guns though. Always guns out. I guess. What are you going to do?
You're
Shoot the asteroids? Yeah, I don't know. Put your gun down, man. Get inside.
credits.
Oh, they shot the asteroid.
Oh,
They shot the asteroid.
well, that answers that question.
All right, good job, sir. Good work.
All right, we just arrived.
Man, I
There
do
seems
love
to be
these
a jammer
environments.
preventing us from jumping further. Let's make our way there and disable it.
Okay.
Using our sensors, we can tell that ships are patrolling the area. With some good
Sensors?
positioning and teamwork, though, I'm sure we can make our way past them undetected.
I'm sure we can. Ooh, sneaky.
Oh, he's like-
underneath the radar.
Yeah, he's
We
pulling
made
the
it.
Han Solo
Time to
maneuver.
enter
Yeah.
the facility.
This is cool.
On foot, it's
Pause it
essential
right
to
there
stay-
because it does seem like there's a seamless ship to ground transition. We didn't see the transition, but it looks like they were running immediately in the
Well,
same environment.
I think so because if you can just walk out to the outside of your ship
Exactly.
in mid-flight, it's got to be seamless, right?
Yeah.
And we saw him go into an airlock, right?
Yes, we did.
So I'm pretty sure that's how that works, which is good. I always love that when you feel like you're a part of the universe, but your ship is that character with you. So you want to take care of that guy. And
I know it's been tough technology too to make
so
those
hard.
transitions.
I'm
Like, are you loading a whole new environment when you're inside the ship? And like now, it's like this game makes it look like it's almost effortless.
Well, yeah. Because I don't even think in like Starship Simulator that you can just walk out of an airlock. Like, I know he's going to do like you get into a shuttle and you can leave the shuttle from the ship, but I would imagine it's really hard to do that. And who else did that? Void Crew did that.
Void Crew does it pretty good.
Yeah, they did it pretty good. But I know that that's a challenge. It's
It
always
is.
been a challenge. I think
Bravo.
Star Citizen does that too. And
What game was it where it required everyone to sit down?
Empyrean Galactic
Yeah.
Survival.
You
which-
have to sit down.
I know, and that's a limitation of the technology. They could not figure out a way to do it with whatever engine they were using. But what ends up happening, and what typically with that technology, what has happened is when the ship starts moving, people start getting desynced.
Yeah.
So the way to solve that is we'll just have them sit down
sit
and
down.
mount them to the to the thing. But
Everybody sit down.
Yeah,
Don't get
I
up.
like it.
Don't make me come back there.
Interstellar Rift did it too, but there's no exterior play
Yeah.
at all, right?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming the technology is that the ship in the engine is not actually moving, and that's why you can walk around it. Everything around the ship is what moves.
Yeah, and isn't it two environments very similar to Pulsar, where it's almost like there's a camera around the ship. I don't know how to describe it, but the camera is around the ship. So the ship is like essentially stationary.
I actually believe that's how Starship Simulator does it as well. So it's pretty much a stationary thing, and everything outside the ship is what moves. So when you enter a new solar system, all that procedural generation is being generated around you and is moving. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that's how that's done, and that's a good way of doing it. To make there not be desync, because from a processing standpoint, if you have 6 crew members walking around a moving object, it's really hard to calculate and to keep all of that in sync with each other.
It's a lot of math for those computers to keep up with.
So instead, let's have the galaxy move around us. That sounds like easier math, right? I don't know.
Sounds religious. We are the center of the universe. Let's keep it going.
Stay together and use all gear.
We're shooting robots.
Lots of robots.
We're shooting a lot of robots. Almost friendly fire, it looked like right there real quick.
It is time to return to the ship.
We got a rocket launcher. One guy's got a rocket launcher.
Look at that effect.
That's a very cool effect.
It's almost like an EMP wave or something.
Isn't something warping? I'm not really sure what's happening.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know what happened. I guess it was
It's happened real fast. Oh, yep, there's the airlock again. So they just left the ship, and the ship is moving. There we go. We just saw it.
I can't imagine, we're getting chased. Guys, hold on. I'm going to go outside on the patio and shoot them.
Close. Good thing nothing got severely broken.
Okay. I like fire extinguisher gameplay. I wonder if these guys play Pulsar.
Ship is packed with a wide range of challenges, from intense ship battles to on-foot exploration, and sometimes a mix of both.
Yeah. So that looked like they got boarded. I don't know if that was their ship.
So in a nutshell, you start with choosing your ship. You go on a mission.
Choosing your ship.
Choosing your ship.
So do you think they have more than one? I mean, if you choose your ship, I can't imagine there not being more than one. We're only seeing the one, but he did just say choosing your ship.
I don't want to buy one from Robert Space Industries,
but the commercials are good.
I know.
we got to do a segment on this.
Yeah.
All right, but I wonder if it's like Void Crew though, where it's kind of like, are you by yourself? You want to fly this ship. If you've got 2 to 3 people, you want to fly this ship. If you've got 4. Is it
4? It's 4 only.
Yeah. Okay.
They said the technology would limit if they went out.
So maybe there's like a 1 to 2 ship and a 3 to 4 ship.
Yeah. Or just a 4 ship. Maybe. We don't know.
I don't know. But choose your ship. Sounds like you get to
I
pick.
would love different playstyle stuff. Like the Stargazer on Pulsar. We got the stealth ship. And then we got the guns blazing ship.
That would be cool.
Get that flavor,
I do like this ship.
It is cool. I like the design.
It's a good design. It's good style.
It's different.
Reap the rewards, and then return back to your house.
Oh, we got football.
Playing
goal.
Goal.
Equipment before embarking on a new adventure.
That's beautiful.
And that's Jump Ship. Reach wish list, like and subscribe, and join our community.
And that's Jump Ship.
There we go. Look at that. You think that's an enemy ship, or is that another one that you might be able to choose
It might
from?
be an enemy because it's kind of shooting at them on the ground there.
Yeah,
that's what it looks like to me.
But it's interesting that the ship that they've been featuring isn't in this anywhere.
Yeah. And let's take a look at the characters here, because there's a lot going on. So the character all the way to the right seems like they have a long sniper rifle with a scope on it.
They've got a headlamp.
Yep.
But yeah.
The blue one seems like your run-of-the-mill.
This drone is an enemy or a friendly?
I think that might be a friendly.
I think it might be a friendly too.
Yeah, there's no way it wouldn't have a little shooting graphic or something there, right?
Yeah.
Then the blue one seems like your run-of-the-mill assault guy with just a rifle. What do you think yellow is?
It looks like he's holding a repair gun.
And then the one next to him,
there's a fire extinguisher.
Yeah, so it's that looks like the hazard guy.
Yeah, right. He's like
hazmat.
I'm going in. There's poison cloud. I'll take care of it, guys.
And then the repair. So we don't know yet if there's classes or roles in this game, or if it's just kind of
take a look at the features that it has.
Yeah, let's go over there.
All right. Jump Ship is a mission-based co-op first-person shooter for up to 4 players where you are the crew of a spaceship.
So but up to 4 players is big because, 2 players, 3 players,
they did say solo, but again, if you're doing it solo, you're doing it wrong.
Message us.
Transition seamlessly from crewing the ship to on-foot exploration and spacewalks. Engage in intense battles both on the ground and in space, and always keep your ship upgraded and intact. So it seems like the ship's going to have its own stats that you can upgrade.
We love that.
Oh, love it. Love it. I hope players do too. Like if there's classes or skill
I
system.
want to upgrade.
Or
You want to
I
upgrade
wanna
your repair gun.
Right. Yeah. I want to upgrade my skills.
I like upgrading boots. Whenever I could run faster, that's my favorite thing to do.
We love co-op games and we love space.
Jump Ship is our attempt to make both work together.
All right. Well, that's admirable. We're here for you guys. All right. Jump across the universe. Select from a variety of handcrafted missions with random elements. No two runs will be exactly the same. So it does sound like they're like custom built levels, but with some random variables.
Now it sounds like this is old technology for a lot of people, but the director in like Left 4 Dead, maybe they're directing their AI bots around, so it's different when you get ambushed and when it's quiet. So that's cool. It keeps it different. You can't like memorize a level.
Seamlessly go on and off the ship. Once you've jumped with your ship, you can switch seamlessly between operating your ship, spacewalking, and on-foot planetary exploration. It just works.
Yes, it does. They're flexing right there. It just works. Trust us.
Yeah, it's all like, we're looking at you, Empyrean.
Yeah. We can do this.
Awesome.
We're going to upgrade, maintain, and repair. Manage your ship as you scavenge for parts to upgrade or repair it, and adapt it to fit your needs. And that's cool because it might be by permission. Like maybe you might need like a more stealthy approach for a mission, or maybe it's by playstyle. We want to go in guns blazing all the time, which there are some people that do that.
I'm kind of hoping that there's going to be scenarios where there's multiple ways to achieve an outcome or victories.
Same.
And you choose the approach you want to take. And maybe some approaches, and this is one thing when I've seen this done in games, and it's like, it really doesn't matter which approach you take. It's all playstyle related. But what I would like to see is that logistically thinking through, there is a best way to do it.
Yes.
And that if you decide to approach it a different way, it might be more challenging than it would be. So, where it's kind of like it rewards you for thinking logically what the right course of action should be.
Yeah.
And punishes you for not really considering all the variables. So
exactly.
I really hope it's more like that than it's just really doesn't matter what you choose. They're all about the same, but it's just your play style. Like, fly with a crew or go solo. They're really pushing that go solo, and that worries me a little bit.
Well, hold on, because this is mind-boggling, but I've seen a lot of statistics on other games that are multiplayer. Like even, for instance, Gears of War. I'm from the Gears of War community. There are still so many people that just play the campaign by themselves, even though it's one of the best co-op campaigns ever for 2 players. And Gears of War 3 was 4 players. But there's still an overwhelming majority of people that will just still play the game solo. So I get it.
Yeah, I guess they're just trying to keep that market open.
Yeah, we're blessed. We have friends. I flew over here to see you, man.
You did, yeah. All right, Jump Ship is best enjoyed with friends.
Yes,
but solo adventures are welcome.
You could do that.
All right. Well, yeah, there you have it. If nobody's around, you can fly alone, and it just works.
Yep.
All right.
If you were going to tell the devs one thing, like, is it a wish list thing? Is it like don't make this mistake kind of thing? Like, what would you tell the devs making a game like this? And a lot of people have been calling this Sea of Thieves in space, and I got something to say about that to end the video.
Oh, Sea of Thieves is more open world. This seems more narrative driven. I'm going to go back to that to kind of what I've mentioned in the past, which is progression is important. People want to feel like they're progressing and that there's character development, character advancement. If everybody on the ship operates the same way, like, you can fly, I can fly, there's really no difference between which one of us jumps at the helm. I think it's okay that both people can fly, but the guy who normally flies should be better at it or more developed at it than the guy who typically runs around and puts out fires or faces hazards on a regular basis. Like, so I don't know the best way to do that necessarily. Usually it comes down to like skill systems.
Yeah. Like for instance, let me toss this out there, but the Void Crew, when I'm piloting Void Crew, like I get to pick a bunch of perks before we fly that make me the best choice to fly the ship. But that is just in that session. I do like that career progression over time. So if I was a pilot over time, I'm a damn good pilot and I've got damn good perks, and maybe I should fly, and then maybe we'll do easier missions if I'm trying to like do better at guns or something.
Yeah. So that's one thing I would say. It's like, that seems like they're putting a lot of effort into the narrative experience. But I haven't seen much in the way of, what's going to differentiate the characters from one another.
Yeah.
And how are they going to feel the progression and advancement for themselves, for the ship. We did hear a little bit about ship, you upgrade it, and that's what I'm talking about. If the ship can change and adapt with the players, each player should be able to change and adapt with the ship and with each other.
I agree.
And so that I would say is a very important aspect that I hope the devs focus on and consider it. Because a lot of times with these games like Sea of Thieves, everyone can do everything, and it's really just, okay, who's going to drive, who's going to be in the crow's nest looking out, and who's going to be repairing holes in the ship. And anybody can do anything. There's no real differential between any of the players. And, it's still a fun game, but I think it would be more fun if the helmsman had perks that made them a better, more maneuverable, or they could, increase the speed, or, something like that. Like or the repair guy could, have a little perk where, hey, I can instantly repair a hole in the wall every 15 seconds. I get a free boom, and then move to the next one. Some stuff, so simple stuff like that can just make you feel slightly different or slightly better at something than somebody else. So you can rub it in their face when they have to do it, and you're like, "Oh, you're so slow! Get out of my way!"
Yeah, move over.
Let the engineer take care of this.
Exactly. Well, I'm going to definitely second you on that. And then what I would say, this is what I call we're inventing a genre here. You're going to hear it from me first. It hasn't been actually donned yet, but Sea of Thieves, Pulsar Lost Colony, Void Crew, Jump Ship, all these other games like this. These are what I call vessel cooperatives. Battle Trauma's in there too. So you're on a vessel and you're co-opting with the vessel. It's a cooperative experience with the vessel, and then you go places with the vessel, and you do things when you get places, but then the vessel is still like your main gameplay loop. And I say just keep the variety coming, and I hope the devs have been to escape rooms, because I do want to be able to go to missions and stuff, and want to do funny things like where one person can't see what needs to be done and the other person can, but the other person is in control. So it's like someone has to tell the other person, hey, can you move that up? Okay, now over and now down. Those kind of mechanics I love.
Yeah, well, it would be really interesting, like if like, and we don't see any of that here, but like imagine yourself landing on a floral planet, and one of your team members gets stuck by some kind of vine, but what that does is it lets them see stuff that nobody else can see. That's helpful to unlock a puzzle or solve the next step or something like that, where it's like actually getting hurt led to an advantageous outcome, but you might not know it. You might have to put it all together, like that I think would be very fascinating. We'll see if we get some of that stuff.
I think communication in a cooperative game, and if it's interesting communication, like obviously Portal 2 was one of the first games to really make communication funny, because Gladys would make fun of you, but it was essential. So I'd love little puzzles like that. Like make us be a cooperative team. Not just guys running into a place and being extra guns or something. And
that's why I think when I hear go at it solo has me a little concerned. Yeah. Because if a solo player can do it, there's no multiplayer puzzles.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another DBNO guy down.
That's what I know. I was looking at that. So there they are picking them up. So it does look like you get knocked over quite a bit.
Well, they did walk into a full-on assault of robots.
Look at this guy's outfit now. Blank. He's like super... I can go into very hazardous areas.
Yeah, this is very hazmat-y.
Yeah.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah. He's either making drugs or he's putting out radiation fires.
I also wonder if they're customizing their colors, because the player here has the left arm underneath the gun is yellow. The hazmat guy is yellow, and then we got an orange one. So we're seeing all sorts of colors.
Looks like my guess is you'll be able to customize and be whatever color you want. I guess
you're going to be blue.
Yeah, I'm calling blue. Calling blue. What do you got here?
Beautiful environment. Ship combat. That's the table. That's your like planning table, right?
I guess, but I don't really know what those nodes
That looks
are.
like FTL to me, like the FTL map.
A little bit.
You can go this way or that way.
Yeah, you know what? It might actually be that. So
Yeah.
it's like hey, and then there's some icons here, and the icons might indicate what you might find there. And then there's some borders. It looks like two yellows. Maybe it's kind of hazardous. That
Yeah.
red circle, that's really hazardous, and the
Yeah.
green is like this is the safe route.
Yeah.
But you might not get. It looks like there might be a little bit of fuel here, but over here there's like medical supplies or something. So it might be worth risking. Going that way. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
FTL-ish. I like that because it's a channeled experience. An escape, it looks like.
There's that ship from the cover, and it looks like he's getting shot at.
Yeah.
So this looks like one of those other ships. Either that or this is the front.
That's the front. We don't get to see the front a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
we
the
see
same
those
ship.
5 engines.
Yeah, okay. So that is the same
It's
ship.
a cool ship. We like it, guys.
Yeah. It looks like there's two little launchers there or
Yeah.
something. Maybe you get to. I don't know. All right, cool. They're them putting out
That
fires.
definitely seems like a hazardous area.
Well, that's probably on the
Radioactive
ship.
right before.
Oh, right. It's on
Yeah.
fire, and there. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Warning:
not going down
poison
there.
gas.
Hey, with my T-shirt. Just a different environment.
And
very
there's the
beautiful ice planet.
Hoth right there.
Yeah, I see an asteroid belt off in the distance too. Like maybe a ring around the planet, but you could really see it. Ooh, that looks
Ominous.
like a cool, ominous. Yeah, like a base raid of some sort. Like
Or an abandoned base.
yeah,
Yeah, like the God rays coming down. It's nice. Rocket launcher, yeah. I see a lot of it's like, guys, we can't count on the main gun in the ship, so I'm just gonna go out there with my rifle or my rocket launcher and take care of some business.
yeah. They knocked out the guns. All right, Sam, you're gonna have to go out there with your rocket launcher, dude. Put your gravity boots on.
I
Good
see a
luck.
lot of them out there on the hull shooting at things, and it kind of makes me wonder. It's like, did this ship not have guns?
They might let you do the rendezvous from Battlefield, where you jump off the ship and you rocket launch or something, and then they pick you back up.
So I want to do like the action movie thing. So you go out, you grappling hook to the enemy, throw some C4 on it, and then jump off and detonate it as you're flying. As you're
All right,
floating
Vin
away.
Diesel, let's go. Family.
I'm gonna do it.
Dude, I'm so ready for that to happen in this game.
So this looks like the same scene, but from the other side.
Yeah, that ominous abandoned base. A little rusty there. Another one.
Wow, this one looks destroyed.
Yeah.
There's that guy with
There's-
it looks like he's inside.
he's
No,
always
he's
firing.
outside on the ship again. This is the window.
Yeah. Just firing.
Yeah,
that
he's all like, I got this, guys. You put the fires out. Yeah, but so maybe the main gun is on fire. So he's
Yeah.
all like, I'll go outside.
That's a Dylan or a Kyle for sure. Just going out there X game style.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh, you know what? That keeps it alive.
Yeah.
And we're back to the
Yeah.
beginning. All right.
All right, I think that's it, man.
Yeah, I think that's all. They don't put out a whole lot of information, so we just have to, I guess, sit by patiently and wait. I know they're running some internal tests right now. There's still no planned early access or release date yet, so we're just waiting.
Yeah.
We're just waiting.
I have their X account on notifications, and I'm in their Discord at least twice a week. And I'm like, where's the information? But they've been very quiet. I mean, I think we've seen so much of the game. We're just clamoring for details now. So
Yeah, but it looks like they're kind of far along, so maybe they're
Yeah.
like one of those teams where it's all like, they're not even going to have an early access. It's like, oh, here, we're releasing. And, and they'll release when they're ready. Like,
and they might just go to beta and do some server testing, and so be it. They'll tweak a couple things, right, for multiplayer.
Well, we're excited to try it out. So,
Yes.
looking
here.
forward to this. And
We're here for you
we
guys.
we'll report back when we get our hands on it or get some more information.
Absolutely. All right. Well, this was fun.
This was...
Like and subscribe.
We're Astro-Nots, a space-bound team, navigating galaxies from our PC screens, exploring new worlds and cosmic sights. Join our crew and enjoy the flight.